Hello, I'm Joe Ramey and today is Friday, March the 6th. This presentation will give a summary of the results of February's weather and the meteorological winter of December, January, and February. Then a climate outlook for the March and the March, April, May spring season. Finally, we will look at the climate trends into the fall season. Here are some monthly statistics from regional airports. In the top portion of the slide are precipitation numbers indicating February was generally a dry month. The exceptions were at Montrose and Durango, which ended the month nearly half an inch above normal. Most of this precipitation fell in two storms on the last two weekends of the month. These two storms favored southwest Colorado. The storms earlier in the month favored the northern and central counties. In the lower half of the slide, monthly temperatures were very warm, especially at Craig and Vernal. Here are the statistics from regional airports for the meteorological winter that includes the months of December, January, and February. In the top portion of the slide is precipitation indicating our winter was generally dry. Only Grand Junction and Durango recorded above normal precipitation. In the lower half of the slide, winter temperatures were much warmer than normal. Again, Craig and Vernal had very mild winters. Here are two charts showing snowpack per river basin back at the beginning of February. Through the winter up to the 1st of February, snowpack had fallen further and further below normal, especially to the south and west. Near normal snowpack was noted near the Continental Divide. Here are the updated snowpack charts as of March the 4th. Though snowpack was still below normal to the south and west, snowpack everywhere had improved. Percent improvement since early February ranged from 3% in southeast Utah to 21% in the eastern Uinta Mountains to the north and also in the upper Rio Grande River Basin to the south. In far western Colorado, my perception is that the snowpack is in pretty good shape at the higher elevations, say above 10,000 feet, but is lacking on the lower slopes. Here is what annual precipitation graphs look like for three representative sites in this forecast area: Vernal, Utah, Grand Junction, and Cortez, Colorado. For most of eastern Utah and western Colorado, March is a wetter month, transitioning into the second wettest season of the year, which is spring. Shifting now to the forecast, for monthly and seasonal climate outlooks, we look to the state of the Pacific for hints to storm track and intensity. Here is a late February chart showing how Pacific Basin sea surface temperatures varied from normal. The equatorial Niño 3.4 region, roughly enclosed in the red box, has been hovering near the lower limit for El Niño conditions through much of the winter. Finally, the atmosphere had begun to respond to these warmer sea surface temperatures, so on March 5th, a weak El Niño was declared. There is some chance that this El Niño will continue through the remainder of the year. Regionally, here again are annual precipitation graphs in dashed black for Vernal, Grand Junction, and Cortez. The red line is the precipitation average of all 18 El Niño seasons that have occurred since 1950. You can see that during El Niño years there is a tendency for the spring season to be wetter than normal. Also, looking further to the right on these graphs, El Niños tend to produce wet fall seasons, especially in the south and central zones represented by Cortez and Grand Junction. The latest outlooks from the Climate Prediction Center support the El Niño trends that we see locally. Across the top are the temperature and precipitation outlooks for March. These show a shift of odds towards warmer than normal monthly conditions for eastern Utah and far western Colorado, and potentially wetter than normal, especially for the southern forecast area. Across the bottom are the outlooks for the 3-month season of March, April, May. Here we see a shift of odds towards warmer than normal for eastern Utah and wetter than normal conditions for the entire forecast area. To summarize, a weak El Niño has officially begun, and there is some chance it will continue through the remainder of 2015. El Niños tend to produce wet spring and fall seasons, but show little correlation with summer precipitation. That was a synopsis of climate numbers for February and the meteorological winter, and a climate outlook into the fall season. You can get the latest forecasts and conditions at our website, or follow us on Facebook or Twitter. Thank you for listening. and welcome to spring.